Let's get started in a seated position today. Okay, so use any support that you need. And take a few moments and let yourself move. Maybe you're rocking, maybe, moving the spine and the neck and shoulders. And then start to breathe. So start to take in some breaths that feel nice. Deep breaths, just as deep as the body feels like breathing at first. And see if you can kind of, feel a little bit fluid and alive with your breath. So as if the inhale is like, lifting you up, expanding you. And then the exhale, just relaxing and settling. And then in this way, kind of letting the whole body breathe. It's like the whole body is alive, the whole body is breathing. And so thinking not being really stiff around the breath, but allowing for the body, to really kind of tap into the constant movement, the internal movement. And then as we allow the body to, relax and soften, just, more energy will flow. More stuff will circulate. Okay. And then just finding a really easy rhythm. And one of the most fundamental reasons for Hatha yoga is to balance the energies in the body. So Hatha means sun and moon, just creating balance. And things that are changing are always going in and out of balance. So like the body is always changing. Our emotions, our mind, always changing, as is all of nature. So just by paying attention and by working with it, and we can, help to bring it, back into balance, watch it go out of balance, help guide it back into balance. I'm trying to think, flowing in and out, not forcing, not pushing, but more like a gentle guidance. And then in that way, just working with what we've got. So like if you're a painter and you only have 3 colors, just, make the best work of art that you have with those 3 colors. Alright, and then start to take maybe a little bit deeper breaths. Just notice that the body's opening up to a little bit deeper of a breath or maybe slower of a breath. And just the opportunity that we have to breathe deeply in every position that we're going to get into, it's the best part. All right, then with your next inhale, reach the arms up, get a nice stretch, maybe lift the gaze, little arch to the back. And as you exhale, hands to prayer in front of the heart. Soften the shoulders, softly bow the head forward. And just take a moment and connect with your intention for practicing today. So why are you here? Why are you about to practice? And then just bring something into your mind that you can come back to throughout the practice. Something you like to be mindful of and remember. Right, and then when you're ready, let's go ahead and make our way into child's pose. Okay. And just let yourself kind of settle into it. Let yourself kind of burrow into it. And maybe rocking side to side. Rolling side to side on the forehead. Feeling the thighs kind of roll in and out. And a little massage on the tops of the ankles. And then continue to take some deep breaths. And then let the face soften. And let the back of the neck soften. Let the shoulders soften. Good. And I think we'll do a lot of fluid movements today. It's a movement with the breath. So just notice how fluid the breath is here. Notice the transition point between the breath. And we'll try and let this be the primary flow. So the breath is the first priority as far as the flow goes. And then always letting the breath guide the movement. Alright, then from here, go ahead and stretch the arms out forward. And get nice and long through the arms. Spread the hands apart about shoulders distance. And then stretch the fingers. And then as you inhale, let's come onto all fours and come into cow pose. So drop the belly, arch the back. And as you exhale, cat pose, round the back. Get a nice stretch in the upper back. And inhale, cow. And then tuck the toes and exhale to down dog. All right, one exhale here. And as you inhale, nice and gently set the knees down to the floor. Use the core muscles and cow pose. And as you exhale, child's pose. All right, rest the head, finish that exhale. And then inhale back to cow pose. All right, strong arms, pull the chest forward. And as you exhale, cat pose. All right, relax the neck. And inhale, cow. All right, move the shoulders down the back. And tuck the toes. Exhale, down dog. All right, press the heels down, squeeze the breath out. And inhale, gently set the knees down, coming back to cow pose. And exhale, child's pose. Good, nice. Just gently empty that breath. And then inhale back up to cow pose. And exhale, cat pose. Really squeeze the belly. And inhale, cow pose. And tuck the toes. Exhale, downward dog pose. Alright, nice. And then we'll stay here and breathe. Alright, so if you feel like it, work in any movements. I'm just kind of getting acquainted with how the body is in this position. A pose that we do every class multiple times. Alright, so just kind of, really trying to take it as anew. So new day, new body, new downward dog pose, new breath. So really feeling it, right? Starting with your foundation, really planting the hands, opening the hands, and then strengthening the shoulders, right? Creating a nice long line through the spine. Relax the neck. And see if you can bend the knees a little bit, slope the tailbone up towards the ceiling, and then really gently press the heels down towards the floor, straightening the knees to any degree that feels good for you. And then let's take one more deep breath. Alright, great. Then inhale, lift the hips, push up into the palms. And as you exhale, bend the knees and walk or step up to your hands. And inhale, come to a flat back. Really lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, fold. Relax the head. Then we'll stay here for a few breaths and just breathe. So feel free to spread the feet apart. Feel free to bend the knees. And if you want, grab the elbows. Or you could just let the hands kind of sway against the floor. And then just relax the weight of the head. Let the facial muscles get nice and loose. And deep breaths. And just really allowing gravity to stretch out your spine. Alright, one more breath. Alright, good. Then from here, go ahead and release the arms. And then bend the knees. Push into the feet. And then inhale. Round all the way up to standing. Keep the head heavy. Keep the arms heavy. And then take the arms up as you finish the inhale. And as you exhale, fold forward. Lengthen as you fold. Relax the neck. And inhale, come to a flat back. And as you exhale, let's step back to down dog. You're going to squeeze the breath out, draw the navel in. And then as you inhale, come forward to plank pose. Really push the floor away. And as you exhale, lower down knees and chest and your chin. So keep the hips lifted. And as you inhale, slide forward. Lift the chest, come to cobra pose. And as you exhale, lower down. Tuck the toes and press up to plank pose. Or back to child's pose, and then to down dog. Alright, cool. So there's always the option either to go back to child's pose first, or plank and then down dog. So whatever feels good for you. Alright, then in down dog, let's take 2 deep full breaths. Good. And really connect the ends of the breath. So just try and stay with it. Smooth transition. Alright, then inhale, lift the hips, deepen the stretch. And as you exhale, walk, step, or lightly jump to your hands. And inhale to a flat back. And as you exhale, fold. And as you inhale, lead with the arms, come all the way up to standing. Really strong legs pressing down as you reach up. And as you exhale, fold forward. Hands touch down, relax the neck. And inhale to a flat back. And as you exhale, back to down dog. All right, really finish that exhale, feel the core. And then inhale, come forward to plank pose, way up on the tippy toes. And as you exhale, lower down knees and chest and chin. And then inhale, bring the hips down, lift the chest up, cobra. And as you exhale, lower down, either child's pose or plank pose, and then back to down dog. All right, nice job. 3 deep breaths. Child's pose or down dog. All right, good. Last breath. All right, then as you inhale, lift up the hips, deepen the stretch. And as you exhale, bend the knees, walk, step, or lightly jump up to your hands. And inhale to a flat back. And exhale, fold. All right, relax the neck. Inhale, push into the feet, lead with the arms all the way up to standing. Get a nice stretch, maybe look up and arch the back. And as you exhale, fold forward. Good. Relax the face. And inhale, come to a flat back. And as you exhale, back to down dog. And always an option to stay here too. Skip the vinyasa. And then inhale, come forward to plank pose. And exhale, lower down knees, chest, and chin. And then inhale, lift up to cobra. And exhale, lower down, child's pose or plank pose. And then back up to down dog. All right, nice job. All right, let's take 3 deep, full breaths. There you go, nice job. And just more breathing, less thinking. All right, then with your next inhale, lift up through the hips, right, lengthen the arms. And as you exhale, bend the knees, walk, step, or lightly jump up to your hands. And inhale, come to a flat back. Right, lengthen the back of your neck too. And as you exhale, fold. All right, good. And then inhale, bend the knees, drop the hips, chair pose, arms up. And as you exhale, fold. And inhale, lead with the arms, come all the way up to standing. And maybe look up and arch the back. And as you exhale, fold forward, hands touch down, relax the neck. And inhale to a flat back. And as you exhale, back to down dog. Good. Inhale, come forward to plank pose. And exhale, lower all the way down, knees, chest, chin. Good. Inhale up to cobra. And as you exhale, lower down, back to down dog. We're working some warrior ones too. Step the right foot forward, spin the left heel down. Inhale, arms up, warrior one. And as you exhale, hands through prayer, down to the floor. Step back, plank pose. Lower down nice and slow. Exhale. And inhale, lift up to cobra. Get a nice big breath here. And as you exhale, lower down. Back to down dog. That same breath, left foot forward, right heel down. Inhale, arms up. Sink the hips, lift the gaze. And as you exhale, hands through prayer to the floor. Plank pose, lower down. And inhale, lift up to cobra. And exhale, lower down. child's pose or plank pose, and then back to down dog. All right, nice job. 3 deep breaths. Okay, nice. Last breath. Okay, your next inhale, lift up the hips, deepen the stretch. And as you exhale, bend the knees, walk, step, or lightly jump to your hands. And inhale to a flat back. And exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, chair pose. Sink the hips nice and low. Reach the arms up, lift the chest. And as you exhale, fold. Lift the hips, relax the neck. And inhale, flat back, come all the way up to standing. Reach the arms up, maybe stretch back. And as you exhale, hands through prayer. Hands down, relax the neck. And inhale to flat back. Good. Exhale, down dog. Good. Feel the core here. And then inhale, plank pose. Continue to feel the core. And exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Nice and strong core. Right, inhale, lift up to cobra. And as you exhale, lower down. Back to down dog. Same breath. Right foot forward, left heel down. Inhale, arms up. Really lengthen back through your left heel. And as you exhale, hands through prayer to the floor. Plank pose, lower down. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, lower down. Down dog. Good. Left foot forward. Big step. Right heel down. Inhale, arms up. Nice and graceful. And as you exhale, hands through prayer to the floor. Step back, plank pose. Nice and easy. Lower down. And inhale, lift up to cobra. And exhale, lower down. Child's pose or plank pose. And back to down dog. All right, nice work. Now let's take 3 deep breaths here. Very nice. When you move with the breath, right, and it gets a little bit, kind of intense, it makes you really appreciate the still points where you can just really focus on primarily the breath. All right, one more breath. All right, then with the next inhale, lift up the hips. And as you exhale, bend the knees, walk, step, or lightly jump to the hands. And inhale to a flat back. And as you exhale, fold. All right, from here, I'll spread the feet apart about hips distance and put a nice bend in the knees. And then let's hook the big toes with the peace sign fingers. And then as you inhale, lengthen the spine. Pull the crown away from the tail. And as you exhale, bend the elbows and gently pull yourself into the fold. All right, cool. So we got all these opposing energies helping to just create space in the body. Right, so make sure you breathe in. And then as you pull on your toes, bend the elbows, right, and lift the shoulders up towards the hips. Relax the neck and the face. And as you press into the feet, right, lift the hips up and away from the hips lifting, let the weight of the head just help the spine decompress and relax. Let's take one more deep breath. Alright, great. Then with your next inhale, let's lengthen the spine, right, flatten the back. And as you exhale, fold, release the grip. Alright, good. And let's bring the feet a little bit closer together. And then as you inhale, come to a flat back. And as you exhale, fold. Alright, shift the weight into your left foot. And as you inhale, just lift your right leg back and up. So standing splits just for one inhale. And as you exhale, right foot back down next to your left foot. Good. Shift into your right foot. Inhale, lift your left leg up. And as you exhale, nice and easy, left foot back down and fold. Alright, good. Inhale, chair pose. Bend the knees, get nice and low. And then as you as you exhale, roll into your tippy toes, so lift the heels, squat down a little bit lower. And as you inhale, stand all the way up on your tippy toes, reaching up nice and high. And as you exhale, heels down, right hand to your right thigh, and then side bend to the right. Good. Inhale through center, right arm up, left arm down. And as you exhale, side bend to the left. Good. Inhale to the center, both arms up, look up, maybe stretch back. And as you exhale, fold forward. Hands down, relax the neck. And inhale, come to a flat back. And as you exhale, back to down dog. Alright, good, nice. Feel the core, empty that breath. And inhale, come forward to plank pose. And exhale, lower all the way down. Elbows in, lead with the chin. And inhale, lift up to cobra. Right, really open the chest. And as you exhale, lower down, back to down dog. Lunge the right foot forward between the hands. Spin the left heel down. Inhale, arms up, warrior one. We'll add a movement here. And as you exhale, straighten the right knee and fold forward. Right, hands down, bend the right knee as much as you need to. And as you inhale, rebend the right knee, lead with the arms, back to warrior one. And as you exhale, hands through prayer, down to the floor, step back to plank pose, and lower down. And inhale to a cobra, full breath. And as you exhale, lower down, back to down dog. Good, left foot forward, right heel down. Inhale, arms up. And as you exhale, straighten the left knee and fold forward. All right, relax the neck. And inhale, bend the left knee, arms up, warrior one. And as you exhale, hands through prayer, down to the floor, back to plank pose, lower down nice and slow. And inhale, lift up to cobra. And as you exhale, lower down, child's pose or plank pose, and then downward dog. Whew! Alright, nice work. Okay, let's take 3 deep breaths. So either in down dog or child's pose. Good, and just feeling what's going on inside your body. And just noticing as things get a little bit more challenging, that if we're meeting that with like tension, or if we're meeting it with a sense of openness. All right, one more breath. All right, then with your next inhale, lift up through the hips, press the heels down to the floor. And as you exhale, bend the knees, walk, step, or lightly jump to your hands. And inhale, come to a flat back. And exhale, fold. Okay, now again, let's spread the feet apart. Hips distance or shoulders distance. Put a nice bend in your knees. And then lift your toes and slide the hands right underneath the fronts of the feet. So all the way. Right, so the toes are on the wrist crease, and the roots of your toes are right in your palm. Alright, then as you inhale, just lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, fold. Alright, cool. Now keep breathing. Alright, soften the neck and the face. Good. And then, in addition to this really nice forward fold, you're getting a really nice release for the hands and the wrists. And so 2 breaths, breathe into it. Good, last breath. Alright, then from here go ahead and bend the knees, carefully release the hands, and then just touch the palms on the floor. And then bring the feet a little bit closer together. And then inhale, let's come to a flat back. And as you exhale, fold. And as you inhale, lead with the arms, come all the way up to standing. Arms up, maybe arch the back. And as you exhale, hands to prayer in front of the heart. And let's softly bow the head, let the eyes close. And then just see if you can connect with your breath and your heartbeat. Right, just a couple breaths. Alright, great. And then from here, go ahead and relax the arms. And let's take the hands to the hips. And then shift the weight into your left foot. And as you inhale, lift up your right knee. Alright, cool. So really strong left leg, right, pressing down. And as you lift up the right knee, use your core. So lean forward a little bit. And then let's interlace the fingers right on your right shin below the knee. And then pull it in. Right, shoulders back and down, lift the chest. See if you can get a little bit taller. Alright, great. And then from here, we'll take the left hand on the outside of your knee, or you can take it on the outside of your other right foot. And then reach the right arm back behind you. Right, stand up nice and tall. And then if you have your foot, go ahead and straighten the knee. And go nice, and then look to the right. And if you want to, look all the way back to the right hand. There you go, nice. Relax the shoulders, and see if you can feel the left leg pressing down to lift up through the chest. Right, so the spine is lifted. Yeah, the chest is really open. Let's take one deep breath. Alright, then nice and easily, look back forward. I'll take the right hand back to the hip. Good. And then see if you can keep the leg up. Take the left hand to your left hip. And then if your knee is bent, try and straighten it. There you go, nice. Alright, so a lot of core here, right? Flex the right foot. And as you lift the leg, use the core, lean forward. And then inhale, take the arms up. And as you exhale, hands to prayer, bend the knee, and then step the foot down. And then shake it out. Alright, hands to the hips. Now let's do the next side. So shift the weight into the right foot, and as you inhale, lift up your left knee. There you go, nice and easy. Alright, so continue to notice the breath. And see if you can grow tall from the right foot. So right foot, all the way up, right quad, up through the chest and the crown. And then interlace the hands on the left shin, pull the knee up, and then allow that to help you feel a little bit taller. Alright, great. And then here, right hand outside of the left knee or on the pinky toe side of the left foot. Let's stand up nice and tall. Left arm reaches back behind. And then just start to twist over to the left. Alright, if your hand's on your foot or if your hand's on your knee, you're welcome to straighten your knee too. Remember, a straight spine is more important than a straight knee. So no need to straighten the knee all the way. There you go, nice. And then if your right knee is straightened, see if you can feel a sense of your left foot and the left hand extending away from each other. So nice long line. And then one more breath. All right, nice and easily. Take the gaze back forward. All right, left hand to the left hip. Keep the left leg lifted. Right hand to the right hip. There you go, nice. All right, so flex the left foot and then just use those quad and hip flexor muscles. These are the muscles that will keep you walking and going upstairs, for a long time. All right, arms up, big breath in. And as you exhale, hands to prayer, bend the knee, set the foot down, and shake it out. All right, nice job. Okay, let's come back to mountain pose. And then as you inhale, reach the arms up, nice big breath. And as you exhale, hands through prayer, and down to the floor, relax the neck. And then inhale, come to a flat back. And as you exhale, fold. Okay, let's bring the feet all the way together. So big toes touch. Now let's come into chair pose. All right, so sink the hips. Good, reach the arms up. And let's take the hands to prayer. And then take an inhale, open the chest, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, let's take a prayer twist to the right. So left elbow outside the right thigh. There you go, nice. And then push into your thigh. All right, try and lift the chest, open the chest up to the right. And then take the gaze back down to the floor. And see that your knees are level. And see if you can really gently just squeeze the knees together. And then shift the weight into your right foot. And bring the left heel towards your butt. There you go, nice job. Keep breathing, keep the neck relaxed. Then from here, if you want, just reach the left heel towards the ceiling, bring in the left knee level with your hip. There you go, nice. Absolute focus, absolute flow of breath. And then if you want to, straighten your left leg, let the left leg get nice and long. All right, cool. And then from here, really softly land the left foot at the back of the mat, and we'll come into a prayer twist. There you go, nice. It's the fanciest way that I know of to get into this pose. All right, cool. So once you're all set up there, all right, again, push into your thigh, lift the chest. Good, right knee pressing straight down through the right heel, and then really extend through the left heel, extend through the crown of your head. There you go. And let's take 2 deep, full breaths. All right, good. Now slow motion. Take the gaze down. All right, release the hands down to the floor. And let's spin the left foot flat. And then really easily straighten the right knee. And we'll take the right hand on the right ankle or shin, left hand to the left hip, and then let's open up into triangle. All right, nice. So go ahead, and adjust your feet any way that you like. See if you can move the hips and the pelvis, move the shoulders, and then just feel like the legs are positioned in a way where you're feeling a nice release on the right leg. Nice, and then where you can extend the spine. So whatever angle the pelvis is tilting, see if you can extend the spine straight out from the pelvis. And if you want to, take the left arm up. All right, and let's take 4 deep, full breaths. There you go, nice. And just noticing the body, noticing the heartbeat. And not rushing the breath. Just allowing that to be a flow. All right, last breath. All right, let's take the left hand all the way down to the floor. And then go ahead and bend the right knee, spin up onto the left toes, and step back to plank pose. In plank, take a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. And inhale, lift up, cobra. And as you exhale, lower down, child's pose or plank pose. And then back to downward dog. There you go, nice job. Okay, down dog or child's pose. 3 deep breaths. Just kind of like a check-in at home base. There you go, nice job. 2 more breaths. And every breath, just let your attention be on that breath. One reason why this practice is so amazing is because we think a lot less than we normally do throughout the day. And thinking is really tiring. Alright, let's have 1 more deep breath. Lift up the hips. And as you exhale, bend the knees, walk, step, or lightly jump up to your hands. And then inhale, come to a flat back. And as you exhale, fold. Alright, good. Then from here, let's spread the feet apart about hips distance, and then turn the toes out, heels in. And then let's lower the hips and come into low squat. Alright, cool. So if you want to, you can keep the hands on the floor. You can walk the hands forward, let the back round. Or if you want, you can take the hands to prayer. And then just have the arms inside the knees. Alright, good. So really ground the feet, right? Heels and the roots of your toes. See if you can press into your feet and then feel the glute muscles engaged to help open up the knees. And then the arms pressing inside the knees. See if that can actually help you mostly lift up your chest. So you're just making space in your chest. Shoulders down. Lift up through the ears. Alright, let's take 2 deep breaths here. Alright, great. Then from here, just go ahead and keep the arms where they are, but just straighten your left elbow so it touches the floor out to the left. And then reach the right arm up at a diagonal. And we'll come into a nice open twist. So knees still spreading, left arm kind of pressing into the knee for leverage to help open up the chest. And then your right fingers reaching up towards infinity. Alright, 1 more deep breath. Alright, then right hand back down, inside the right knee, and then left arm up at a diagonal. There you go, nice. So feet grounding, knees spreading, arms opening, and then chest lifting. Alright, breath flowing. Alright, see if you can, 2 breaths. See if you can lengthen the spine. Alright, tailbone to the crown. Alright, 1 more breath. Alright, good. Then right arm back down. And let's take both arms up. Alright, take a nice deep breath in, tuck the chin. And as you exhale, hands down to the floor, lift the hips, turn the feet in, come to a forward fold. And let's just pedal the legs out, bend 1 knee, straighten the other, get some movement into the hips. Deep breath. Alright, great. And then from here, let's heel toe the feet all the way together. And then let's bend the knees, drop the hips, and come into chair pose. Alright, good. So feel a really nice grounding through the feet. Alright, hands to prayer. And so spread the toes. So you can kind of get a sense of the feet pressing down and then pushing away from each other. So you really feel the glutes, right? Those are the really strong leg muscles. Now let's inhale, lift the chest. And as you exhale, take a prayer twist to the left. Right elbow outside the left thigh. And then sink the hips and then push into your thigh, lift the chest. Lengthen the spine. Alright, then breathe in. Take the gaze down to the floor. And then start to shift the weight into your left foot. Squeeze the knees together. And then bring the right heel towards your butt. There you go, nice. Keep breathing. All this is optional. You're welcome to stay in a chair twist too. And then from there, if you want, reach the right heel up towards the ceiling, bringing the knee level with your hip. There you go, nice. Neck relaxed. And then if you want to, straighten the right knee. Nice long line, right foot, all the way through the crown of your head. And then, really softly, slow motion feature, right toes. Step down to the back of the mat and then into crescent twist. Nice job. Alright, cool. So ground the legs, right? Really press the feet into the floor and then pull the legs together. So inner thighs, core working. Now let's take 3 deep breaths. Good. And just amidst the challenge, just taking a deep breath. Like, what if in every difficult situation in life we had the awareness to, wait a second, I'm going to take a deep breath. It would change everything. All right, one more breath. All right, then still in slow motion, take the gaze down to the floor. Take the hands down to the floor. Good, spin the right heel to the floor. And then straighten your left knee, nice and easy. And then left hand on your left ankle or shin. Right hand on the right hip. And let's open up into triangle pose. Alright, cool. So as you breathe, adjust into it. Adjust your stance. Feel the hips. You're gonna, the angle of your hips, you'll notice, also changes the stretch in your left leg. So just kind of feel what angle feels like the best release right now for your left leg. And then in that spot, keep the hips there. And then take the right arm up. There you go, nice. And see if you can just press the left hip back, lift the right hip up, draw the belly in, and then just create as much space in the body as you can. Alright, a lot of space for the breath to flow easy. Let's take 2 breaths. Alright, nice job. And then right hand all the way down to the floor. Bend the left knee. Spin up onto the right toes. And then let's step back to plank pose. Alright, cool. Now in plank, let's bring the feet together. And let's spin the heels to the left and take the right arm up, side plank. Okay, so also an option to lower the left knee down to the floor. Alright, come into a supported plank. Alright, good, but really press the floor away with your left arm. Alright, feel those really strong muscles that attach to your rib cage under the armpit. And then draw the belly in, and if you want to, take the right leg up. 1 big breath in. And as you exhale, right foot down, right hand down. Spin back onto your toes. And then over to the right side. And left hand up. There you go. So really connect with the floor, right? Press into the floor. Feel your core. And feel the breath. Good. If you want to, left leg up. Take 1 big breath in, spreading like a star. And as you exhale, left foot down, left hand down, spin up onto your toes. Take a nice big breath in, puff up the upper back. And as you exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. There you go, nice job. Inhale, come up to a cobra. And as you exhale, lower down. Okay, and from here, let's go ahead and bend the knees, right? Bring the heels towards your butt, and then reach back with your hands. Grab for the outsides of your ankles. All right, cool. And then once you have your ankles, right, see if you can ground the pelvis into the floor, and then roll the shoulders back, and just start to lift up your chest, mostly using your back muscles first. All right, so take your time, keep breathing, and then if it feels good, right, start to press the shins back. So you're kind of moving the shins and the chest in opposite directions. There you go, good. All right, deep breaths. And try to soften the face. And then if it feels good, you can just press the heels straight up towards the ceiling. And just let there be a nice opening right in the chest. Kind of like you're creating movement for the back of the heart to come forward. And let's take 2 deep full breaths. There, guys, feel the heat building up. Stay with your breath. All right, then carefully release. Good, legs down. And let's come into forearm plank. All right, great. So planks on the elbows and forearms. And see if you can just wrap your fingers around your elbows, just to make sure your elbows are at a nice distance. And then if you want to, take the hands to prayer, squeeze the palms together, and then press the pinkies into the floor. All right, great. So press the feet, squeeze the thighs, and then really strong core. All right, space between the shoulder blades. And let's take 2 deep full breaths. All right, just focus on your core strength here. Good, 1 more breath, stay with it. All right, and then knees down and hips back. Let's come into child's pose. All right, nice work. And so again, any movement that feels good here. And then just let your body relax. So the body just did a lot of really awesome stuff for us. So now just letting the body start to cool down. Notice the way the heart is beating. And then notice the openness of the breath. All right, great. And then from here, let's come on to all fours. And let's bring the knees together, the feet together, and then tuck the toes under. And let's sit back onto the heels and give the toes a nice stretch. Okay, so if this is too much on your feet, then just take the hands back down to the floor in front of you and take some weight off your toes. If it feels nice, maybe take the hands to prayer and then maybe lean back if you want to add more of a stretch. All right, great. And then 2 breaths. Just feeling a nice, beautiful stretch and release in the feet. All right, then nice and easily coming back forward. And let's take the hands on the floor and then untuck the toes and then spread just the feet apart, wider than your hips. All right, so knees are still close together, feet apart, and then walk the hands back and then lower the hips right down between the feet. All right, so seated hero pose. So be really careful here, right? Don't go too far so you put undue pressure on the knees. So maybe use your hands for support, maybe you sit on something. And if it feels good, you can lean back, so walk the hands back. You can come all the way onto your elbows and forearms. And if your body's really open here, you can lay on your back, stretch your arms overhead. Alright, but wherever your body goes in this pose, right, the look of it means really absolutely nothing. The feeling means basically everything. So what are you feeling? Let's take 2 deep breaths. Alright, nice job. If you're leaning back, alright, take your time. Come all the way back up nice and slow. Alright, let's walk the hands forward and then cross the legs behind you and then sit back behind the feet and bring the legs out in front. Alright, great. And then just kind of shake out the legs, roll the thighs in and out, and pat the knees to the floor. Alright, and then from here, let's bring the left knee in, and then step the left foot across the right thigh, and we'll do a seated spinal twist. So the right leg can be straight if you want, or you can bend the right knee, bring the heel over towards your hip. Right, just make sure that the hips are level on the floor, or sitting bones. Alright, left hand behind, inhale, right arm up, lift up the chest, and as you exhale, hug the left knee, and then pull yourself into the twist. Alright, great. So keep breathing. Try to relax the shoulders, and see if you can feel a sense of heaviness in the hips, so really grounding, and then just a really easy extension up through the crown of the head. Alright, dropping the chin a little bit, possibly closing the eyes. And then 2 breaths, really take your time on 2 breaths. Very good, and just notice what the breath feels like moving in and out of the twist. So much is happening in a twist. Alright, then nice and easily look forward and then come through center. Take the hands over to the right side, find a little counter twist, and then back through the center, and then lean back on the hands, switch the legs around, and then lift the hips, just adjust the hips. Alright, right hand behind, inhale, left arm up, really reach. And as you exhale, right, wrap the arm around the knee, and then just help your body open up into the twist. Alright, great. So see if you can keep the base of your the base of the right big toe grounded, and then press the left knee into the floor. And then again, just sitting up nice and tall, shoulders relaxed, chin dropped, maybe eyes closed. And then now just all to the breath. Really, really enhance the effect of the pose by using the breath. Alright, and then really carefully, let's come back through center. And then take the hands over to the left side, a little counter twist. And then come back through center. Okay, from here let's go in a double pigeon. So I'll keep the right ankle where it is, and then just slide the left ankle forward. Alright, cool. So now left shin is parallel with the front of your mat. And then the shins are kind of stacked on top of each other, right, if you were to look from the aerial view. All right, so flex both the feet. And then try and have the right foot all the way outside of the left knee. So not inside like this, but on the outside. Really change the stretch. All right, and let's take the hands right in the hip crease. Right? So the thumbs kind of press down and the fingers go around the outside of the hip. And then press down and roll out. Right? So you're kind of helping the stretch. And then as you press down, right, lower the shoulders and then lift the chest. So lengthen the spine. Right, and breathe. All right, great. And then as you breathe, if you feel like it, just start to hinge from the hips and lean forward. Right, so stay with a straight spine. And so grounding the hips with your own hands, externally rotating the hips, and just feeling nice length from the tailbone out through the crown of the head. All right, let's take 2 deep full breaths. All right, nice job. Really carefully come all the way back up. And then take the hands behind you and then just really carefully switch the legs. All right, and use your hands, lift the hips, and then just set the hips back down nice and level. All right, cool. So feet flexed. And then let's take the hands right in the hip crease. Right, so thumbs on top, on the inside, fingers around the outside, press down and then roll out. And then lift the chest as you press down. Relax the shoulders, lengthen the neck. All right, great. And then if you want to, as you breathe, just start to hinge from the waist. Nice. It might not be very much. Remember, it's just what you feel. Good. And then, the muscles that you're feeling with your fingers, your thumbs and your fingers, breathe into those muscles. And see if you can really, really relax those muscles, especially on the exhale. All right, so 2 deep breaths. And how much can you watch the body relax? And how soothing can your breath be? All right, then nice and easily come all the way back up. Take the hands behind you. Really easily straighten the legs out. And then shake the legs out. Roll the thighs in and out. All right, and then from there, let's roll onto our backs. All right, so roll nice and slowly onto your back. Use your core on the way down. Try and roll the back down. All right, then once you're there, just for a moment, let the feet flop open and take a deep breath. Feel your hips. And as you exhale, just let gravity kind of neutralize and relax the hips. All right, and then let's bring the knees in towards the chest. All right, give a nice squeeze. And then just make a few circles each direction with the knees. And the other way. All right, great. And then squeeze the knees in. And let's spread the arms out like a T. And let the legs fall to either side. We'll take a supine twist. All right, good. And then once your legs are twisted, just let the arms relax, wrists and fingers. neck and shoulders, and then really soften your lower belly. Let's take 2 deep breaths. Alright, then with an inhale, come back through center. And as you exhale, over to the other side. Alright, deep breaths. And let the back release. And just really start to prepare your body to let go and to relax. So on the exhale, let the body get heavy. Alright, and then as you inhale, come back to the center. And then squeeze the knees in. And let's do happy baby. One last final stretch. Good, so feet facing the ceiling, soles of the feet, knees nice and wide, thighs pulling down towards the floor. And then if you want to, rock side to side. Alright, if you want, just hold still. And let's take 3 deep breaths. So deep breath down into your lower back, down into your hips. And then as you exhale, just release any tension through your back into the floor. 2 more breaths. And on the exhale, releasing tension into the floor. Alright, and then bring the feet together, knees together. One more time, hug the knees in. And let's bring the forehead towards the knees and squeeze into a tight little ball. Take a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, release. Alright, let the body spread out. Alright, good. And then just kind of move into it. Wiggle and fidget. And then once you feel a nice spot, just make the decision to let the body relax. Let's remember, things will never be perfect. If things were ever perfect, we'd just look for what's wrong with it. So it's only perfect if we allow it to be perfect. So finding perfection in the imperfection. Just finding perfection in the exact state that you are in right now. And then just trusting that what you did was enough. And now just let the body absorb what you did as it rests and just releases any unnecessary tension. Okay, now before you start to move, just observe 3 breaths. Alright, great. And then join with that breath. Start to deepen it. And start to move the fingers and the toes and the jaw and the neck, wrists and ankles. And if you want to, take the arms overhead. Take a nice long stretch. Stretch the legs and the arms away from each other. Take a deep breath. And then relax. And step the feet in. And bring the knees in. And then let's roll over onto the right side with your right arm under the head like a pillow. Honestly, I think this is maybe the best part of the practice usually. It's just in a really comfortable, a really familiar position. And just allowing for a moment for the body to relax once more and just notice how everything feels. Alright, and then when you're ready, let's come all the way up to a comfortable seat. Alright, and just for a moment, observe how the body is, and observe how the breath is. And then just notice what state of mind. And then with your next inhale, let's take the arms up. Take a nice big breath. And as you exhale, hands to prayer in front of the heart. And a soft bow of the head. And take a moment. Please thank yourself for your practice. Thank yourself for your effort, for your attention, and your breath. And one moment to thank your body for the amazing energy that it has. And I thank each of you too. Hope you have a great rest of your day and a great weekend. Namaste.